About a month ago, you guys saw my video that I posted about an American crocodile that was rescued out of Key Largo and brought into the Miami Zoo that had a spear impaled in the back of its head. There is an update on it, and sadly, that crocodile had unfortunately passed away. On October 20th, just a couple months ago, the zoological staff from the Miami Zoo actually were brought in an injured American crocodile that was nicknamed Britney after she was found to have a spear that was impaled in the back of her head, probably likely, according to officials, shot with a spear gun, and unfortunately she also had a couple of gunshot wounds as well. The animal was eventually brought into the zoo and was brought in for surgery, and the animal, for a while, it sounded like she was doing well, but apparently there was actually more things that the veterinarians discovered about her. So according to vet officials, they actually found metal objects in her stomach that led to dangerously high levels of lead in her blood. Officials with Zoo Miami said surgery was performed Thursday to remove the metal objects, and the procedure was successful. But the zoo said Britney remained lethargic afterward with lingering effects from anesthesia, a process that can be difficult for crocodilians because their metabolism can fluctuate, and she died the following afternoon. So unfortunately, the animal sadly passed away due to complications from after surgery, but also, unfortunately, she had some metal objects inside her stomach that showed, they said, dangerously high levels of lead that was in her blood. And unfortunately, I think the animal sadly was just unable to be saved at this point. They said, an anesthesia operation, which they said was difficult, like they said, because of their metabolism in crocodilians does fluctuate a lot. So, unfortunately, she passed away. American crocodiles are a federally threatened species protected under state and federal law. It is illegal to kill or harass them. So, unfortunately, this was not the outcome a lot of zoo staff members in Miami were hoping for. They were hoping she would eventually, show improvements on her health, and sadly, that was not the case whatsoever. So this animal, again, she was an American crocodile, which is native to the state of Florida. As a matter of fact, Florida is the only state in the entire continental US where you can actually find wild American crocodiles. And I was going on Facebook the other day, and apparently there were some people that were kind of like divided about this. Like, some people were making up assumptions of saying the zoo staff actually intentionally killed her, which that's clearly not the case. They were trying to help save her life, trying to get this metal material literally out of her stomach, you guys, because that kind of stuff is very toxic. I mean, if we ingested metal that's kind of like us ingesting like metal objects into our like bloodstream or something. That would literally be fatal for us, and we would need like emergency surgery done right away. So yeah, this is completely unfortunate that this happened, everyone. Yeah, I'm not finding out too much, any updates on here whatsoever. Okay, so this was according to one of the staff members right here that said this. Fortunately, the combination of her pre-existing injuries and anemia proved insurmountable, and tragically, she passed away this afternoon. This is according to Zoo Miami. The loss of this federally threatened animal serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the devastating consequences of illegal and cruel actions against wildlife, actions often driven by unfounded fear and ignorance. It also highlights the unintended harm that can result from the introduction of toxic substances into the environment, such as pellet gun ammunition, which can enter the food chain and negatively affect wildlife. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And unfortunately, this is the thing about society, you guys. In today's world, people just suck. They really do. They really suck. This is why, like, now in today's society, I'm kind of now high on my guard a lot, and there are just some people out there I don't know why, but there's just some people I just don't trust out there. Even in my area, there are some people I don't fully trust a whole lot. Honest to God, with today's society, and people, how they react on social media, it makes me trust animals more than people. It really does, because animals respect to you, and also they usually rather just be away from people. And that's kind of how I am like that myself. I don't know, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh about saying I trust animals more than people, but I'm just stating my honest opinion. That's how exactly I feel a lot. It just really pisses me off when people think they are entitled to think that we are meant to be a superior race or species. The truth is, we're not supposed to be. We're not. We are put on this earth to learn to, you know, coexist with certain animals that have been here way longer than any other human, you know, human species has ever existed. I mean, crocodilians, the fossil records show they have been on this planet for as far back as almost 200 million years. The earliest fossil records of human beings is like several thousand years, I think, at the earliest. I don't know. Either way, though, these animals were here way before settlers, you know, settled into Florida, like way before. And it is sad that unfortunately these rare reptiles, they have very small amounts of habitat left, because constantly Florida sees hundreds of people moving down to the state every single day. And a lot of these folks are moving down towards the southern part of the state, right near like ports of like Miami, Fort Lauderdale, even near the Florida Keys. And the American crocodile inhabits right near the Florida Keys, right around the Everglades and into the Florida Keys. So that's kind of like, it's almost like today's people down there, they do not, it's like they don't give a shit about, you know, the wildlife anymore. It's like they don't. I mean, if Steve Irwin was here and if he was reading some of these comments, he would be disgusted by some of these people's comments about, you know, like how they feel about these animals. Like some people saying that these animals, you know, need to be eradicated or something. No, they can't be eradicated because they are currently losing their habitats, and when these animals lose their habitats, you know, there's going to be a lot of, you know, these animals are going to come into a lot of contact with people. Here's some smart advice for some HOAs, you know, associates out there in Florida. Stop demolishing their habitat, please. Not just for crocodilians, but a lot of other wildlife too that is critically endangered down there. That's like my smartest advice I'm going to give you. But if you don't care, okay, that's fine. But eventually, one day, karma's going to bite somebody in the butt. No pun intended. One of these days. But yeah, I'm sorry. That's just what I had to say, get out of my chest. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments about this. It's just, again, it's really unfortunate that this rare animal unfortunately had passed away, and the zoo staff did the best they could to try and save her life, but I guess the injuries were just to have been sustained on her for too long, and there was just nothing more they could do. I'll let you guys share your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys actually want to show their love for Zoo in Miami, you guys can go ahead and do that. I'm pretty sure they announced it on Facebook as well about Britney's passing, which that was her name, by the way. Yeah, it's just unfortunate because, yeah, looking at this unique animal, you guys, it's just really awesome seeing her. She's absolutely a gorgeous looking crocodile. She really is. She was 8 foot long, and yeah, she seems pretty healthy looking, but I guess the injury she sustained unfortunately costed her life, which, again, that sucks. And again, like I said it before, people suck. Alright, that's enough chit chat for this video, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and let you all go. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this article. Do you think that the word needs to be, I think the word in conservation needs to be spread out a lot throughout people in Florida. People need to be educated a lot more, so let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.